Welcome to Study Loop.
This is the answer to Chapter 22, problem number 38 from the Smith Organic Chemistry textbook. This problem is asking us to look at two molecules and to name each of them and then predict the products of several different reactions with each of them. This is an ester of pivalic acid, is the common name for a T-butyl group attached to a carboxylic acid. So this is the isobutyl ester of that acid. So it's isobutyl pivalate. And so when we treat an ester with acid, we get the carboxylic acid and the alcohol. So here is our carboxylic acid. And here is our alcohol. Similarly, when we treat it with base, we also hydrolyze the ester, but because it's basic conditions, we don't get the carboxylic acid, we get the carboxylate ion. So here is our carboxylate ion, so negative charge on that oxygen, and we would get the same alcohol as we did from the acid hydrolysis of the ester. So there we go. So I didn't see Grignard additions to esters actually covered in the chapter that these questions are at the end of, but with a Grignard and an ester, what you actually get is a double addition to the ester. So we would end up with a tertiary alcohol. So alcohol here. And then the Grignard, as I said, is going to add twice. So 1, 2, 3. And then also 1, 2, 3. And we would get our same alcohol that we've seen. So there's that. And then lithium aluminum hydride is going to also split this ester, and we're going to get two alcohols as our products here. So we'll get this alcohol from the left half of the ester, and then we'll get once again this same alcohol that we've had for the first three reactions as well. So that alcohol. Okay, so then moving on to B. So this is a nitrile. And so remember, our carbon 1 is going to be the carbon of the nitrile. It has to get priority. There's nothing else that might get priority over it in this molecule. So that's going to be carbon 1, the nitrile carbon. So then we'll name it based on the longest chain, which in this case is a hexane. And that means that there is an ethyl group substituted at the 2 position. So this will be 2-ethylhexane nitrile. So that's its name. So acid is going to hydrolyze the nitrile and give us the carboxylic acid. So Draw that. So acid will give us the carboxylic acid. Base will also hydrolyze the nitrile, but because it's basic conditions, we won't get the carboxylic acid product. We will get the carboxylate ion. So just deprotonated here. So a negative charge on that oxygen. Okay. A Grignard reaction to a nitrile is going to give us a ketone product, as we learned in this chapter. So there's our carbon backbone. Here is our carbon that was formerly part of the nitrile. Now it will be a ketone. 1, 2, 3. Our Grignard has added there. And then lastly, lithium aluminum hydride is going to reduce the nitrile to a primary amine. So there's our carbon. And so there's the carbon that was the carbon of the nitrile. And now it is the attachment point for this nitrogen. And it is a primary amine. And so that is the answer to chapter 22, problem number 30.